How do you know that you need to heal your root chakra? I'm going to share you a little bit of insight about how I have been able to work with my root chakra and help hundreds of other people also work with theirs and heal theirs. And how you might be able to tell that there's still some energy that needs to be released from the root chakra energy. So stay tuned. Welcome to the Soul Alignment Mentor Podcast. I'm your host, Angie, and I'm inviting you to explore the depths of self-sabotage, limiting mindsets, and the beliefs that hinder our progress in life. Through intuitive messages I receive from my spirit team, I share profound insights to help you live authentically and break free from these limitations. Join me now as we uncover all the keys to living your best life. Welcome back. My name's Angie, and I'm your Soul Alignment Mentor, bringing you intuitive messages from my spirit team to help you align with your most authentic and highest self. So you probably are here because you've heard of the root chakra, or you're on a healing journey and you've been wanting to clear out your energy and understand your chakras and release some old traumas or beliefs or whatever it might be for you. It could be something different from every single person. However, we all have a very similar thing that is held within each of our chakras, and it is all related to the energy in which it was programmed in. And so when I teach my clients about clearing their energy, I always emphasize how important it is to get to the root of everything that is going on in your life. And that is in the root chakra. Before we are born, before we even come to earth, our little body is being developed in our mother's womb. And in that space, we are taking on the emotions, feelings, and sensations and beliefs of our mother, and possibly even the people around our mother before we even come into the earth, before we even emerge into our human body. What is interesting about this is that our soul, our spirit, doesn't fully integrate into the body except for right shortly before that birthing process. So our spirit is hanging out around our family, our mother, the people that we are going to be spending our time with prior to coming to earth, kind of observing, watching, learning, super excited to have this human experience. And then the spirit emerges and squeezes itself into this little baby body and lowers its frequency to become a human. And then the birthing process happens. But all the emotions and energy that was a part of that experience prior to coming into the human body and life were all connected to that human body as well. And in those first years of your life, you are actually being taught how to be a human, how to think, how to believe, how to show up in the world, and understanding the foundation of humanity. So your root chakra, it really is the root of who you are. And the root chakra is developed within the first 7 years of your life. All the ideas, all the programming, all the beliefs that you took on before the age of 7 are patterns and behaviors that you continue to repeat the rest of your life without even realizing it. And so I'm going to give you an example of something that might be programmed in you that you may not even have an idea that it is. And this often shows up in our human adult life all the time. And we're not able to understand it until we see where it came from and the pattern in which it developed in our life. When we come into this earth, we are full of love. We're full of joy. We don't know how to be a human. The only thing we know is that I just love. I love and I want to be loved. And we're not even fully aware that we're having body functions and, you know, pooing in our diaper and that we need to eat. We just know our body needs these different things. And so what we do is we express ourselves to get the needs met. And in expressing ourselves, the baby will cry or it will whine or make sensations or noises to get the attention of the adults around them to let them know there's a need. I have something that's a need. I don't know how to handle it myself. So I need you to help me. And so that baby begins to be taken care of and nurtured. And hopefully that's the experience that the child gets. Sometimes it's not, which is really unfortunate for these young children and babies as well, which also develops the root chakra. But let's just say that you were taken care of and that you had your needs met and your diaper changed and you were fed when you were hungry, and you begin to grow and develop, and then sure enough you're beginning to crawl, and you're super excited because you're learning something every day. Something new is coming to your awareness. You're touching things, you're seeing things, you're learning things, you're hearing things. It's such an exciting time for you to be a human and learning how to be a human. And then one day you finally walk, and then you finally eat solid food, and you're so excited, and all the adults around you are clapping and excited for you, and there's just joy and excitement. So you start to discover, oh, I can run, or I can jump, and I can do all these things. So as your little toddler self, you start doing all these things because you're noticing when I do something, they react, they laugh at me, or they praise me, or they think that's funny. And so I'm going to do something to connect with the humans around me, to see if I can get an interaction with them, because I really enjoy that feeling of having that interaction with these other people around me that I love so dearly and that love me. And so one day you think, you know what, I'm going to do this really funny thing. I'm going to run through the living room, and maybe there's several family members there, maybe some friends visiting, whoever might be there. And there's, multiple people in this room. You run through the living room, you run by the coffee table in the middle of the room, and maybe there's some glasses of water on there. And you accidentally bump the coffee table as you walk by or you run by. And the adult that takes care of you, mother, grandmother, whoever that might be, becomes upset and says, "Oh my gosh, stop doing that. Don't run. You're going to knock something over. That's not good." And so they start to correct you and try to change your behavior. And you're kind of met with a bit of confusion because you were doing that for the purpose of making them happy. You were actually attempting to make them feel good in that moment by being funny or doing something that you normally would do that they thought would be fun. But you're met with disappointment, you're met with disapproval. And so this feeling comes in you that you haven't had before. And you're like, well, that's weird. I don't like that feeling. And so you remember that feeling doesn't feel good. Maybe next time I need to do something differently to make this person like me, or to have connection and love between me and this other adult human. And so quickly you forget that that incident happened. And so another day comes and you're like, I want to do this thing to connect with this adult. I want to be funny. I want to do something that would make us all laugh. And so you run through the living room again and you do the same thing, and you're met with the disappointment again. And this happens over and over and over. And all these attempts that you have been doing to connect with the humans around you keep getting met with disappointment. And you don't have a clue why. You don't understand why they don't like that or why it's disappointing to them. And so slowly you start to think, I can't do this anymore. I need to repress this. I can't be excited. I can't seek this love. I can't seek this joy. I can't seek this connection in this way anymore. So you start to repress that creativity part of you that you have been using, the foundation of that joy that you came into earth with. And before you know it, you are not showing up as yourself. And you're learning that not everybody likes everything you do. But the hard thing about this is you don't really understand that the adults around you can see that the behavior that you're doing might cause some pain for you. Maybe you're running by some stairs and you could fall down the stairs really easily. And so they're upset and they're trying to help you be safe, but the response they're giving you is not so positive. Or maybe the ball rolls across the street and you begin to run across the street to get the ball, but you don't know that you can be hit by a car. Or running by the coffee table and knocking over the glasses could not only spill the glasses, but maybe break the glass, and you could get hurt by cutting yourself. The adults who have been here on earth longer have all this programming in them of what is safe and what is not safe. And so they're projecting that onto you, and they're teaching you about the same thing. They're teaching you safety. They're teaching you how to be aware of things, which is a good thing. However, in the middle of it, you are also have pulling in this idea that I can't show up, I can't express myself. And depending on the kind of home you have or the setting that you grow up in, if it was really negative, then you really are repressing yourself. And as you get older and you pass age 7 and then you move through the rest of your life, you are actually developing all of your chakras as you grow older and older. And so that same energy that you had in your root chakra begins to merge into the rest of your chakras. And that showing up starts to move into your sacral chakra, which is where you hold your creativity, which is where you hold your connection with other people. And you fear showing up as your authentic self, and you fear expressing yourself fully because you're afraid of what you're going to be met with. And this continues throughout your life as you build into the solar plexus and into your heart and your throat and your third eye and your crown. You're holding all this energy that you first developed in the beginning of your life, way back when you were developing your root chakra. And so, in order to heal the root chakra, you have to start looking at the spaces in your life where you don't feel safe, where you're not showing up as your authentic self, where you are worried about something not working out for you. Maybe that's money. Maybe that's fear of growth and change. Maybe that's imposter syndrome. Maybe that is you not fully allowing yourself to trust the universe to help guide you. And that all starts in the beginning of our life when we're first being taught how to be a human when we come here to earth. We don't know how to be a human until we're taught to be a human by the people around us. And all the things you have been taught have been programmed into you, and that is what you've repeated. And so when you start going through a spiritual awakening, those are the things that start to unfold for you. You start to see the world differently. You start to experience things. You start to notice, wait, that doesn't serve me, or that doesn't make sense. And that's all pulling you back to the foundation of who you've been taught to be. And so, in order to clear this out, you have to know what you are feeling. You have to know how to feel the pain or feel the uncomfortable emotions that come up, and allow yourself to sit with them and feel them so that you can release them and let that part of yourself know this isn't who you really are. You don't have to repress yourself. You don't have to hold yourself back. You don't have to fear what other people are going to think of you. As long as you're showing up as your true, most authentic self, that is your only role and responsibility. But in order to do that, you have to unprogram all the parts of yourself to reprogram them to be that person. And so the root chakra plays a huge role in your spiritual awakening, in your ascension, in connecting with the other chakras, in opening up your spiritual gifts. All of that plays a huge role in you developing and connecting back with your most authentic self. If you're looking for some tools to help you with this, I want to invite you to come and join my Chakra Harmony course, which is on my website. And it's only $12, and it will take you through the process of diving into each of your chakras to understand what energy do you hold within those chakras and how can you begin to clear those chakras out. And it will give you the meditations and the tools to begin the journey of opening up this energy and working with it. If you're looking for something even more and you're ready to move on and you've done the chakra work, then join my upcoming mediumship course where I'm going to be teaching more and more about expanding your energy, opening that up, allowing yourself to show up as your authentic self, and using your gifts for the world around you. And we all have this within us. We are all spirits living a human life. And so we have to allow ourselves to merge back into the true form of who we are without fear or shame. And that requires allowing ourselves to see what we have been programmed to be so we can become who we are already and forgot. So I hope this helped you today. I would love if you would like the video and share it if you would like to, and help me with growing this YouTube channel. I've had many, many videos posted on here for a long time, and I would love to help more people to be able to step into that authentic version of who they are. Until we meet again, I wish you the best day, night, evening, whatever time it is for you. I send you all the universal love. Namaste.